Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. Guess you don't necessarily have to be here in the morning, but I am bright and early, as always. So today is Thursday, July 9th, 2026. It's an 8th day, so it's resurrection and regeneration. And yeah, I needed to regenerate from yesterday, because yesterday, even this morning, I was still teary-eyed from yesterday and doing my previous video, because it was just really heartbreaking to me. Yeah, I feel deeply. I cry at sweet commercials. That's just me. But yeah, so it's my 84th video. So I'm going to read Psalm 84 to you, but I'll end with Psalm 84. And the number 84 in Strong's Greek is Adelos, Adelos, which means uncertainly, indistinctly. In the Hebrew Strong's, it's Ebrah, Ebrah, which means pinion or wing, like a strong, broad, strong wind of a bird, like under God's wing. And then the Hebrew gematria, it's Chanoch, Chanoch, which is Enoch. And in English gematria, it means water or Jesuit. So I was like, I've heard Jesuit, and I was like, I didn't really know what that meant. So I dug into that. A Jesuit means belonging to the Society of Jesus. It's the largest male religious order in the Catholic Church in 1540. By Saint Ignatius of Loyola. And it means find God in all things, which I think that's nice. But the problem that I had is that the Catholic Church decided that Peter was the first pope. And I'm like, excuse me? To me, I'm just like, that is too crazy. I would think if Jesus was starting a religion, it would be in the Bible. But no, that's a humanly, us after the fact. Just like, Satan changing all these things up, made all these different religions. I'm just saying, if you're following a religion, that's your choice, but I really think that is so man-made, and that's probably why I never felt connected to a church. I guess I was raised Lutheran, because I'm like German and Norwegian, and I guess that is like a religion that those nationalities followed. But I found it pretty interesting that they decided, because it was written in the Bible in Matthew 16, verses 18 and 19, and I'm gonna read that to you, because this is what Jesus said. And then they just took that as he's the first pope. I'm like, excuse me? But, and I say unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. And I will give unto thee the keys of kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. So, yeah, I found that to be pretty interesting, that they just took him as the first pope. Like, who said he was pope? I would think it would be written him pope, or something. But no, he was like the first. He was because he was the rock. Yeah, that he was like the leader, like the stronghold. To me, that's what a rock is. And so he was like the foundation of the disciples. And that's why I forget where it was at. I was watching The Chosen, and Eve. And I don't know if it's in the Bible or not, to be honest with you. I know they had like religious, like different, like the Catholic, and I'm not well versed in all the different religions, but they had like a group of different religions come together, like their heads, to make sure that when they were doing The Chosen, that it was coinciding with the Bible. But of course, when you do like a movie type thing, you do kind of make it kind of interesting. So I really don't know if Peter's wife, not Simon Peter, if it even states in here if he had a wife, but in The Chosen he had a wife, and yeah, she miscarried while he was out, when Jesus had sent everybody, like 2 by 2. She actually miscarried, and so he was upset with Jesus that he didn't save the baby, and so he was all, like any one of us be pouting, why didn't he save that one, But some things happen to you for, I really believe everything happens for a reason, and it's for you to learn and grow, and so it's not your will, it's his will. But so he was all distraught, and so I forget where Jesus was going off to. He was going off to preach somewhere, and Peter was off, basically sulking over what had happened. And so he was kind of like left behind. And one of the disciples was left to make sure that Peter went, because Jesus said, I think this is when they used the fish, the 5 loaves and bread, the fish and bread. Was that the servant on the? Yeah, I don't know the Bible all that well, so sorry. You're probably answering my question for me. Where, the servant on the mount. And Peter was just really, I really like The Chosen. So if you haven't watched it, I recommend it. And if you know the Bible pretty well, you probably would catch some things that are in there that aren't in the Bible. But that actually got me really interested in reading the Bible. Well, not reading necessarily, listening to the Bible. But I do have a Bible, as you know, because I do read from it. But, and I was reading 2 Peter this morning, and I was crying my eyes out. But, yeah, I'll get on with the video here. Sorry. But, yeah, he needed Peter with with what he was doing there, because he was a rock. You know, he named, I can't remember if he named him the rock before or after that scenario, but because he was the foundation. But yeah, not to say that he was the first pope, but I'm just saying, I guess someone's got to claim him, right? So, but I'm going to read Psalm 84 for you, which is a celebration of joy and being of God's presence. It was created for the sons of Korah, Korah. They wrote 11 Psalms, and they were the Korah, the sons of Korah. They were a family of Levites, and they served as temple singers and gatekeepers, and that's in Numbers 16. And their father, I guess, was a rebel against Moses, and I can't remember if it was it might be in Numbers 26:11. Let me see if I can get to that, where it said that the earth opened up and swallowed them. I'm like, wow, that's crazy stuff. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't know where it was written, but I remember reading that. Yeah, I can't remember where I read that, but you probably know. Sorry, I don't know the Bible that well, but I'm doing these videos for me to teach, and for anybody that may not know some things that I do pick up. So yeah, and so his sons lived, and so yeah, so they wrote these Psalms. So Psalm 84. How amiable are the tabernacles, O Lord of hosts! My soul longeth ye, even fainteth for the courts of the Lord. My heart and my flesh crieth out for living God. Ye, the sparrow hath found an house, and the swallow of a nest for herself, whereas she may lay her young, even thine altars. O Lord of hosts, my King and my God, blessed are they that dwell in the house, that will be still praise thee. Selah. Blessed is the man whose strength is in thee, and whose heart are the ways of them, who passing through the valley of Baca make it a well. The rain also filleth the pools. They go from strength to strength, every one of them in Zion appeareth before God. O Lord God of hosts, hear my prayer, give ear, O God of Jacob, Selah. Behold, O God, our shield, and look upon the face of thine anointed. For the day of thy courts is better than 1,000. I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than to dwell in the tents of the wickedness. For the Lord God is a sun and shield. The Lord will give grace and glory. No good thing will be withhold from them that walk uprightly. O Lord of hosts, blessed is the man that trusteth in thee. And that is the end of that psalm. So, until another video, and I might be filming another one today. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, little squirrel. He's so cute. It's a great picture. So I love you all, and yeah, we'll keep looking up, because you know what? He is coming. We just don't know exactly when. I feel it's very soon, and this is before I even knew there was even a rapture. Yeah. I felt something was coming, didn't know what. And I really feel now that, with understanding things a lot better, that, it is very close. So I love you all. Have a great day. Bye.